All right, guys. Well, we'll come back in the half and talk about what we've seen thus far. But it is now time to start our first qualifying match for BlizzCon 2017 here at the Overwatch World Cup. It's South Korea versus Russia. Let's send it over to your casters, Monte Cristo and Doa.
Hey guys, Don Monte Cristo here. It's playoff time. Korea versus Russia. It's actually a rematch of the World Cup Grand Finals from last year, and that was a 4-0 and a best of 7 rather for Korea.
I don't think we're going to get too much different here today, though. We're back on King's Row on the first map. Even though teams have tried to use the Pharah to crack the low-range composition of Korea, nobody's been actually able to outplay them. So I assume we're going to see a very similar style of defense, and we'll see if Russia has been overwhelmingly running a dive composition.
Yep.
Can do what everyone else has failed to do so far in this tournament, which is to take point A on King's Row.
I think they're probably going to be pretty ready for this. You know, they have been able to pick that King's Row at the beginning of every match they've played so far in this tournament, and we've seen the Junkrat work wonders. It's kind of like, I feel bad for the Australian fans in the Sydney stage, because if only Korea had been there, they would have seen some of their countrymen picked in some of the matches.
Well, that's true. That is true, Doa, but they missed that opportunity.
Oh, well. I'm sure they're watching.
I'm sure many of them are watching now. And it is the time for Russia to attack, for Rubicon, the team captain, and the rest of Team Russia. The die has been cast.
All right, here we go. South Korea on the defense, Russia on the offense, of course. Russia's got a mountain to climb if they want to make it to BlizzCon. South Korea is not an easy opponent, but they're going to give it their best shot. Shadowburn nearly eliminated immediately. Whoa, he's actually coming out on the Hanzo. That is not anything anyone expected. No dive from Russia, so hey, at least they're trying something pretty different here.
Well, they're going to try and force them back off the point with the snipers and see if they can just win the shield battle straight up front. So coming around the side right here, not looking to get onto that high ground just yet.
I like this. This is definitely something South Korea wasn't expecting.
And Chao also on the Zarya, so matching a little bit of that low range, and now Mistakes going to be heading up to the second story and trying to just poke a little bit as much as he can from above.
Yeah, Shriek has to back off with that charge a little bit too dangerous in there. Meanwhile, South Korea just playing safe. The poke continues.
Zunba has a huge amount of charge on him right now, but that's the pick they need.
Sabielby goes down, and that's the cue for Russia to come in here. Oh, but here comes a Riptire. Mistakes goes down early, and here it comes. Ooh! Takes out Forsaken. Flower with 1 kill there, and this Junkrat already coming alive. Lays on the trap in the back lines, takes down Zunba on the way out. Meanwhile, Shriek swinging away, but it's no match for Mano. And South Korea defends. It got a little bit scary there, but at Riptire, it does not take a long time to charge the Junkrat ultimate.
No, it doesn't. And for Zunba, it doesn't take a long time to get a Graviton Surge either.
No.
Mistakes got the kill onto Sabielby, but immediately ran into a Junkrat trap. So the 1-for-1 trade left a 5 versus 5 on the point. That Korea comes back and wins. Zunba's going to be looking for that angle.
There's no D.Va, so there's nobody to really stop this Graviton Surge. No Genji on the other side either as Russia comes in. The South Korea have the combo. There it is, Graviton Surge using Zunba, charged up and ready to go. 3 kills for him already, and you talk about the wombo combos, but sometimes Zunba's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get 5 kills. J-Home takes the last one.
Shadowburn did kill Sabielby, but when you have a highly charged Zarya with no Reinhardt shield blocking those right clicks, becomes much easier to try and get those big plays off. And now Mano, he's going to be waiting for a shatter. He's going to try and punish. Are they going to check the corner? No!
Oh, no, you got to check your corners, man. It's the oldest trick in the book. Chao taken for a ride, and that Zarya is out of there. Both tanks eliminated. This push is done.
It is quite over. Jae-Hong sitting on a nano boost just in case he needs it. Flower nearly back up at another Riptire. Zunba slower on the charge. Russia, though, moving up to a 6 ult push.
Yeah,
it's going to be their best opportunity to deal some damage and try and take this point from South Korea.
If they're ever going to take it, it's going to be now. They got to watch out for that Riptire, though. Flower ready to go. Puts down the trap. A little bit of protection coming in from behind.
Just waiting it out, waiting the sound barrier out right now.
Nice shot. Mistakes takes down the Riptire. That's a good start for Russia. South Korea, though, with their own sound barrier. Nano boost onto Mano as they wade in. No kills just yet, but they're going to start now. Shriek can't stay up. He will go down. Pulse Bomb not getting a lot out of that. Russia is on the point, though. South Korea, they can engage now. They got the picks. It's time. Shield protects Zarya from the sleep darts, but hey, it's over. This push is done, and Russia has maybe one more push, but no ults to really make it work.
An important Junkrat trap there, Doa. We saw Russia nano boost Xiao on the Zarya. Zarya got caught in the Junkrat trap, and most of that nano boost made sure that she was out of range of using her left click. So that was actually really important and something that we rarely see with Junkrat not in the meta.
Yeah, true enough. Zunba with another Graviton Surge. Great news, getting very low. Gets the heals at the last moment, uses a Graviton Surge as well. Not ideal, but Sabielby still gets the kill on Forsaken. Good start, Flower Pop Xiao out of the mech yet again, and Zunba chasing down the stragglers. Russia tried to go back to the dive at the very end, but it wasn't enough, and that will be about it. South Korea should get the full hold here. They do. Sharik booped out before he can get to the point.
And Korea's defense on King's Row remains absolutely impenetrable.
Yep.
With the 6 ult push and the zoning that Russia got from the Dragon Strike and the Graviton Surge, they were able to get up to 43%, but that is it.
Yeah, the only ones to make it through South Korea's Point A defense were Poland a little bit earlier in the week. Everybody else, I believe, was stopped cold.
It's been a rough time to be playing against them, and let's see if Russia can have a similar defensive hold. It will be a tough ask, considering what we've seen already.
But they've all got their arms crossed. They're spirit
ready
animals.
now.
They're like it's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There, they have like their giant buff spirit forms behind them.
Maybe it's just an out-of-body experience.
Maybe they're like
their souls have actually left their body, and now they're watching themselves play.
You get hit hard enough by Mano's Reinhardt hammer, and that happens. I heard. Yeah.
Well, the Mano Nano was definitely real in that last point, too.
Yep.
At least right now, we could see some more sniper action. We have seen a huge variety in the compositions from the Korean side in this tournament.
It's kind of like they've been playing random 6v6 and just sort of like, you know, oh, well, I guess we'll play double sniper this turn. You know,
well, I'm pretty sure Flower has been playing Mystery Hero.
I think so.
But no Orisa this time.
Oh, Flower's on the Zenyatta at the moment. I mean, talk about Mystery Hero. You'd think
I want the Orisa again. I want the barrier comp to come back that they used.
That would be sick, man.
On their attack earlier today. Why not just go for it?
It works so well, too. I mean, there just wasn't a lot to do. They just kind of rolled in, and all they need to do is take slightly more than that first tick again.
Nearly the same situation, I should say. Sabielby going to be back on the McCree now. Toby looking for that Sonic Arrow, and is Flower really going to play Zenyatta?
I don't think so.
Is he just going to play every hero in Overwatch?
Maybe
is that his goal?
All right, so this is triple support. So the idea here is that even if you don't take it initially, you keep your tanks up long enough that when you get a support ult or two, you just roll in and you're just...
I mean, it's basically protect the McCree. This is like Taimu's dream right now.
Summer's happy. Oh my gosh. Sharik, I knew thee well.
There's one down already.
Yeah.
Just opening up some space for Sabielby, keeping him topped up with all of those heals.
They're on the point right now. And remember, they only need a little bit more than that first tick. Russia scrambling already to stop this. Flower does go down.
But the trades have been overwhelmingly in favor of South Korea. Toby actually fragging out right now. Blood for the Boop God. And that's going to be it.
Blood for the Boop God. I appreciate that. That's great. And South Korea takes King's Row. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, what can you say? I mean, you think you know everything South Korea is going to throw at you, and then surprise, it's triple support with Reinhardt, Zarya, and McCree.
Oh, you never know what Flower's going to play, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
As long as they can just keep Sabielby up and make sure that he has those Discord orb targets to go after.
Yeah.
Just basically protect the McCree strat.
You know, Flower died in that fight, and he just switched to Winston. And he's like, all right, I'm just going to jump in. Now they're at another hero. More heroes for the hero pool, God.
I do think at this point he's actually just playing to see how many heroes he can play in one weekend.
Can we say boops for the Boop God? I think that's, you know, that's great. Boops for the Boop God.
Well, this is going to be tough. We are going to go to Control here as our second map, and it will be Russia's pick, and it looks like they have selected Lijiang Tower. So can they play a little more scrappy? Mistakes and Shadowburn have been outstanding individually on this Russian team, and allowing them a little bit more space to move and some more chaotic fights to show off their mechanics, maybe an opportunity.
It's kind of like all the Jedi ghosts at the end of Return of the Jedi, you know, when they show up there.
I like how
at the back,
slowly
you know?
they blink.
Yeah, it's creepy. And then they replaced the old Darth Vader one with Hayden Christensen.
That was a terrible decision, though.
Really? It's like, why did he suddenly become young again as a Jedi ghost while all the other people stayed the same age they were when they died?
I just am fundamentally offended that you would replace Alec Guinness with, like...
You don't.
Oh, it wasn't Alec
No,
Guinness, that's
no.
right. No,
It was
right. Who was the actor that they put in there?
I don't remember. It was the dude who played like Vader when Luke took off his mask.
Oh,
Death Star exploding. Yeah.
okay.
So you barely ever
That guy
saw
was
him.
still a better
But-
actor than Hayden Christensen, so I'm still
No,
offended.
you know, you can only act what you're given to act. But I think it just didn't make any sense that he got younger when all the other Jedi ghosts stayed the same age. That was a confusing part for me. But here we go on the Lijiang Tower.
The dark side reverse ages you after death, though. That's what I learned.
Wow, dark side sounds awesome. It's a pathway to many abilities, some consider to be unnatural, I've heard. Yeah. Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? You familiar with that?
Yes, I am. I think we can skip that for the time being.
Right. We don't have time. I'll tell you later.
All right, thanks.
Well, here we are, Control Center. Russia trying to tie things up against South Korea, but it was a bit of a rough start on Kings Row. South Korea coming out again. Flower this time on the Reaper. The mystery hero for this match is Reaper.
He has played Reaper before, so not trying to expand his hero pool this time, just trying to get close and personal here.
Yeah.
Chasing Shadowburn around the corner, making sure he is zoned out, but they're not quite on the point yet. Flower going to peek around that corner. Can't deal much damage at this range.
Yeah, and Russia back to the dive comp that they've done so well on this tournament with. But they got to hold that point. South Korea coming in. Flower playing it a little bit safe. Has to watch out for mistakes on the side there.
Everybody just sitting inside the Lucio Hill right now. Finally, Korea pushing forward, and that's going to be the first kill. Sabiolby wraps around the side to find Rubicon.
Yeah, he just sort of extended a little bit beyond where the defensive shields were for Russia. Took him down. Mistakes the next to fall, and South Korea with a good start here. They do get Flower on the Russia side. Sabiolby, though, responding with a kill into Sharik, and it looks like South Korea should be able to claim the point first here. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, Rubicon has to be careful. There's nearly a pulse bomb available. Does fall back to the rest of his team, and now Russia in the unenviable position of trying to get through some choke points and try and control against an entrenched Reaper.
Yeah.
Zunba already there with the Graviton Surge. Chow actually switches to the Soldier.
Yeah, here we go again. Zunba is like, you know what? I don't need your combos. I'm just going to roast everybody.
Sabiolby actually didn't use the pulse bomb very effectively. There was already enough damage coming through that it turned out to be pretty unnecessary.
Well, that's the thing. You know, who needs it, right? Who needs the pulse bomb when Zunba's always fully charged?
That's a very true story, Doa. He has several pulse bombs in that case worth of damage over the duration of a Graviton Surge.
He's so good at getting the shields on the right people at the exact right time to keep charged. I have not seen another Zarya be that effective with the shields.
And so far, Russia hasn't even been able to get back inside the building.
Yeah. Well, mistakes takes out Sabiolby. Maybe a little bit over-aggressive there.
Yeah, they are going to have to just take a breather right now, fall all the way back to the point.
Yeah, I got to back up a bit. Russia on the point right now. Jaehong throws out the sleep dart, doesn't get it. Whoa!
Oh, he got the trace!
Nice! Wow, what a shot! What do you do? What do you do against that?
Another bionic grenade.
Oh,
no more healing coming in.
Yep.
Toby probably could have saved that sound barrier there, but, you know, just go reset right at the choke once again.
Why not?
Team kill onto Russia. 75% Russia needs to make this next push work.
All right. Mano in position. And Russia taking the long way around. South Korea should figure this out by now. Yeah, they spot him. Okay, got to get back to the point right now. And Flower. I was wondering if he was going to go up top and drop down, but not quite yet. No Diva. No Diva means Death Blossom does his thing, but he gets reflected. Whoops.
Yeah, actually dealing himself the damage there. Yep. Rubicon drops the beat right on the point. Sabiolby looking for that pulse bomb target. Wants to get people low. Does finish it off without the pulse bomb.
Yeah,
now he can
saving that one.
Just stick it over onto the ulting Winston. There's the Graviton Surge pulling him off to the side. So Chow, and actually Mistakes gets caught upwards in the Graviton Surge as well.
The positioning hurts. And as they take out the Winston here.
I'm not sure if Toby booped the Tracer up there or not.
He might have actually.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah. every time I see this team play, I see things that I don't know if I've ever seen before, actually. Okay.
I think that Toby booped mistakes into the Graviton surge on the wall.
I didn't see for sure, so I can't definitively say yes or no, but with what we've seen, I would not be surprised. Well, another tough round for Russia. We're going to go to Gardens next. A chance for Shadowburn to possibly bring out the Pharah if he wants to.
And a chance for Flower to bring out the Pharah if he wants to.
And he will. And he will.
Well.
Oh, okay. Well, we are really good at predicting things today, aren't we?
We are. Flower,
wow.
Of course,
for us,
known as one of the best Pharah players in Korea. We've seen a healthy smattering of it in the World Cup so far, and Shadowburn will be there, but no mercy on the side of Russia.
Yeah, Chow absorbing the grenade, but Shadowburn gets the kill into Zunba on the other side here. Flower with the air-to-air battle.
Problem without running that Mercy is Shadowburn can't have the prolonged Pharah duels.
We saw the same problem against Canada. He's fighting Fairy Pharah. Oh, Pharah hunt.
But you can at least invest more on taking the point if you don't have that Mercy, right?
Yeah.
Because you have 5 people that can get into the mix as opposed to just having those 4.
True. That said, Korea on the point right now. Grinding down the Winston. Sharik will fall. And Mistakes on his own a little bit. Nice boop. Sabiel B has a pulse bomb if he needs it. Nope, goes for the Tracer duel instead, and he's going to win it pretty handily. South Korea gets the point. They get the control percent building first.
And that was Sabiel B pursuing after the rewind, so not much that we could have seen Mistakes do there. Sabiel B now lurking by the rocks, wants to plant this pulse bomb if they try and proceed across the bridge. Flower, meanwhile, just making Russian lives difficult as they make their way all the way around the backside of the point. Several members of Team Russia regrouping as well.
Yeah. And Mistakes fell really early. Flower got that pick, and that slowed everything down for Russia even more. Russia comes in now. They're going to dive. Oh, that was a nice boot for Forsaken, taken out by Flower. He's got to worry about Shadowburn now, but he's already made that concussion grenade really go to work here. Zunba, 100% charge, man. It seems like every time we look at this guy, he's at least 80%.
And this is where you play more aggressively now. Go in, clean up everybody, punish Forsaken for being close. He nearly gets melted by a Zarya beam. Does go too far. Forsaken gets the headshot.
And he was punished for his hubris. Flower trying desperately to keep Russia off the point right now. It's a little bit of a scattered defense by South Korea. They've got the sound barrier now. And Flower does have that barrage. Probably wants to wait for Shadowburn to be able to wait. Whoopsie,
Shadowburn with the kill.
Nice
there was an Orb of Discord on Flower, so quick kill, able to be picked up. And now Russia going to be contesting for this point. Mono waiting for an opportunity, going to jump back in and prevent the swap over.
That just for the moment, not going to last too long, and it looks like Russia will flip the point. There's a res though for Jaehong. South Korea right back into it. Self-destruct comes through, no kills for Russia though. Sound barrier as well. Forsaken kills Mano, so it doesn't look like South Korea might have what it takes right now to retake it.
But that res was such high value, Doa, because they got Barrage out, they got Sound Barrier out, and they got Self-destruct out of Russia for one ult on their side. So even though they don't get it, that swings the ult economy back in favor of the Korean side.
True enough. And South Korea's got some time, near 80% built already. So they've got an opportunity here to be patient, build up a little bit more.
They want to combo the Graviton with the Barrage right now. Trying to take care of Shadowburn first, gets one shot in. Sharik held up, but Shadowburn will knock Toby off the map.
Yeah, that Graviton Surge didn't do a whole lot for South Korea, and we see Russia really kind of getting an edge here in this round. Rubicon does go down. It's getting a bit serious now. See what Flower can do with this Barrage. Coming in, there's one. And that one is Sharik, so maybe that's enough to try to retake the point. South Korea back on there again. They will try to flip it.
They are going to, and
they'll get it.
We'll see if they push that far forward again. Forsaken with the Transcendence, so possibility of making a final attack here as we head up towards 85%. I need to stall at that point for quite a long time, but Jaehong has the Resurrection ready.
I mean, you do want to push that far forward, but Zuma kind of overdid it a bit. Here we go, Mano. It's time for some Primal Rage. Transcendence used by Russia as they come in, but Rubicon just getting bounced around. Boop versus bounce. Sharik does get taken out. Toby with the boop. More boops for the boop god. And South Korea, I love that phrase, South Korea able to win this fight pretty handily so far. Oh, Mano nearly died, but he got that big health pack.
That's going to be Xiao taken out right before he could complete the resuit animation. It's just about cleanup now for Korea as we get into overtime. Trying to prevent mistakes from getting in there. Are going to force them out with the boop, and nobody will contest that point in the end, and that will be Korea going up 2-0 in this series.
Yeah, pretty quick 2-0 for South Korea. And remember, this is a best of 5, so all they need to do is win one more game, and they'll have punched their ticket to BlizzCon and an opportunity to repeat as the World Cup champions.
And they are going to be hard to stop. It's going to be a different meta. By the time we reach BlizzCon in November, we'll have Doomfist available for play, of course, but
Zarya Reinhardt buffs will be in by then.
A lot will have changed, that's for sure, but even so, you look at the flexibility of this Korean team, and you have to think that they are still the overwhelming favorites to take home the trophy again.
I would agree. Well, we're going to take a quick break, guys, give Russia a chance to regroup, and when we come back, we'll see if they can get some momentum going in this series, or if Korea will close it out. Don't go anywhere, guys. The Overwatch World Cup will be back right after this.
Always remember that power is a double-edged blade. One side light, the other dark. It calls to you when you are most desperate. When victory seems worth any sacrifice. There is a price to be paid for such a gift. And many eagerly accept the bargain. The righteous and the meek may recoil at its cost. But they have no vision. Alone is not to be feared. Fear instead those who wield it.
The Overwatch World Cup 2017 is brought to you by Omen by HP, T-Mobile, and Blizzard Entertainment.
Welcome back, everyone, to this halftime show for the Best of 5 series between South Korea and Russia. South Korea currently up 2-0 here after a decisive win on Lijiang Tower, also a decisive win on King's Row. The South Koreans are showing no signs of slowing down, and the Russians need to figure it out going into their next map pick, which will be, I believe it will be Assault is where we'll be going. So they have to really figure something out here, and that is being, you know, a little nice about it, because it seems like there's no figuring out South Korea. This team is like a chameleon. They could literally do anything. If you're Russia in this situation, Zoe, what do you do? Tell them.
Yeah, well, stick with it. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Get
I mean,
kid.
I like that they try to get good, like really good. But I like that they tried some new stuff on King's Row. We saw Xiao on the Zarya and everything. So it was something different than what we've seen so far from them.
We did talk about flexibility being an issue for them.
However, that was really not working out.
But it still was something, right?
It was
something than just going in there. The definition of insanity is trying,
pretty much that. Also, I mean,
result,
after Rubicon's pre-game interview, it was like, they're not ready for our strats. They seem pretty ready, to be honest. But also, I don't think they're really phased by whatever is being thrown at them. Like, so far, none of the things Russia has done in the first two maps seem to have any effect on anything from Korea.
Well, I mean, they've pretty much tried everything they can at this point. The only thing I really want them to do is just dive. But they tried that at Control Center, didn't work out in their favor with the triple DPS. But we saw some signs of life on Garden, right, with the Shadowburn Pharah. I think the problem came down to Chao's Diva. He was pretty much just free ult charge for Sunba, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
So I think maybe put Chao on the DPS roles a bit more, you know, try stuff out. Play a bit more freely, take some liberties.
I'm wondering then, what are you more a fan of? Like, do you want to have a Mercy on Russia's side to get more sustain for Shadowburn up in the air there, or do you feel like it's actually working great with the Zen?
You could play a Mercy. I mean, it's more of a comfort pick, right? Obviously, Forsaken wasn't really comfortable bringing out that Mercy against Canada. So we'll see, but I think that both Zen and Mercy can work depending on what you're going to do. Obviously, versus the Pharah Mercy comp, you have that Discord orb at your disposal if you're a Zenyatta. But maybe you want to play a bit more survivability game and trust Shadowburn. Trust.
James, I want to get you in here real quick. Your thoughts on how South Korea has been performing thus far?
I mean, there's just flashbacks of South Korea versus Russia from last year. Jaehong was landing some clutch sleep darts. You know, it's pretty difficult landing them on Genjis and Tracers, but he's doing it consistently as he has time and time again. And we're seeing that he's on the kill feed too. And at this point, nothing can actually stop Flower. He is really trying to go through that A through Z run through all the heroes in Overwatch right now.
I feel like he has a bed running somewhere. It's like, I can play each and every single one of them. Watch me.
So one of his teammates back home or something like that. But the good news is, though, I do have word that we had an interview down on the floor with Malik, with actually one or some of the Russian committee members to kind of get their thoughts on this next matchup and what Russia can do. Malik?
All right, I'm here with Anik, actually. Anik, this has to have been a tough day for you, sitting back and kind of watching your team. Tell me what your thoughts are on how things have played out for Team Russia.
Oh, I have mixed feelings about today and our games. You know, a bit upset maybe about the last game. Now we have shown everything we can do.
You seem a bit conflicted. Now, you actually played on Team Russia last year. You were the one who was on the front lines. How is it kind of playing a different role this year?
Oh, well, I'm pretty happy with my role this year. Yeah, last year experience can help our team, I guess, to have better results for this year. So.
And what did you tell your team after that loss to Team Canada? Because, I mean, everybody seemed a little bit demoralized when they were walking off.
Yeah, like, we have what we have, we lost it, so we have to gather up together again, rebuild something, maybe clean our minds and just show what we can do against South Korea.
Right, now, still got a little bit of life left. What do you think you guys can do at this point to maybe turn this thing around against South Korea?
Maybe impress them with some uncommon picks for us. Maybe show something. Let's see.
Maybe get like an Orisa Tor combo going or something. Something that's just wacky or insane, right? Well, dude, thank you very much for your time. I hope they turn it around. I hope, just for the sake of it being competitive. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and send it back to the desk. Golden Boy, take it away, man.
Thank you so much, Malik. They're always good to hear from Anik as well. Anik, really nice guy. I had a chance to speak with him a couple times. Going into this third map here, Reinforce, what are your thoughts?
I just kind of want to go like full Doha. Like, this World Cup just reminds me of like the Wrath of the Lich King expansion in World of Warcraft, right? Like, we're like South Korea's Arthas, and the World Cup is a mission to find the best heroes out in the world, right?
What is going on?
And then finally at the grand final, you know, like South Korea just gonna drain the life essence out of like the best heroes the world has to offer, just like feed their feelings, and it's just like Monty and Doha stand there proud watching over the South Korean lineup. It's just, I don't know, dude. I'm having an existential crisis here on the desk.
You know what? This is just, it's special. You know, it's a special experience.
Well, Doha and Monty are special.
They are special. Oh boy, I can't break that down. You know, I have a level 30 dwarf hunter because I saw the trailer and I was like, yo, that dwarf's got a bear, and that's why I picked him. So, you know, that's my contribution to that one here. But I think what you were trying to say was that...
That was like Matt.
Yo, the heroes prevailed, dog.
Like,
like, I watched I've never seen Arrested Development, but I like Game of Thrones.
Golden Boy, the heroes eventually prevail, dog. They beat Arthas.
Oh,
One day, dog.
All right. Well, you know, Mani and Doa, I want to get your thoughts on whatever that was. So over to you guys.
What do you have to say about that?
I like to think of us as a special experience.
I agree. I think we are a special experience that should be experienced by everyone at least once or twice.
And we are going to be going to Volskaya Industries.
Ooh.
But unfortunately, Doa, I think that this is one of those times where retreating into Russia in the winter is not actually going to work for the Russians.
Well, it's the summer, so
it's the winter in Volskaya.
That's true. It's always winter in Volskaya. That's right. Usually it's a pretty good tactic, because historically, I suppose.
But if we're looking for the historical reference that usually or has worked out in the past, crossing the Rubicon has been highly successful. So I think maybe that's where Korea can get that advantage.
Rubicon might be a bit crossed at the moment. I can see that. Yeah, it's possible. Well, here we are, standing proud, the overseers of South Korea. No, we're not biased. We're just fair.
We're just realistic.
We're just realistic. Yeah, that's the thing. We are nihilists. We don't believe in anything. I need to work on my accent. South Korea on the defense, Russia on the offense as they go for the dive here on Volskaya Industries. We'll see what they can do. South Korea has Flower on that Sombra, of course. See a ton of Flower defense on this map. Flower power, if you will.
He is giving the Flower power with the Sombra defense, and Zunba just keeps on rolling with his favorite hero, Zarya. Everybody from Russia coming up into the second floor of that bunker and trying to get a hold over this health pack.
Yeah, pretty typical. You try to deny the hack on the health pack from the Sombra, and it looks like Russia has done that. But you have to move on to the point at some point.
Yeah, you do, and they're playing strangely on the opposite side of where we normally see Sombra Cops going, but here comes the dive.
It's a big dive coming in for Russia. There's a hack on Sharik. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Gets over the wall, gets to a bit of safety, but Shadowburn chased down by Mano. Kill on the other side as Flower can't quite stay up.
Mano is actually stuck on the point right now. He was surrounded inside the bunker, so this is going quite well for Russia.
Yeah, it is. I think Russia's got point A here. South Korea's going to really have to pull it out to defend this one.
I need to get on the point. It's slowly ticking up. Finally, Zunba has an opportunity. Good bionic grenade on multiple members of Korea.
Yeah, I think Russia's got it. Rubicon. Well, that's what happens when you cross Rubicon, man. You get a couple kills, and Russia actually taking a pretty smooth point A here.
They definitely did. Coming back with a lot of ultimates, too. Shadowburn, unfortunately, not ready for that nano-boosted Dragon Blade yet, but Sharik can certainly benefit from an Ana ultimate himself. Flower has the EMP. He's going to actually pop out right now. Forced mistakes back. Caught him a little bit by surprise and made him rewind.
Now Russia's got a lot of ults here too. Nice advantage coming into this one. Mano sleep dart on him after he receives a nano boost. Not a great start for South Korea. There's a pulse bomb smoothly delivered. And Rubicon boops Zunba off the edge even. South Korea, what is going on here?
Doing well so far is Russia. And they're starting to get a lot of control percent built up. Shadowburn has zoned multiple members of South Korea off, and now it's a desperation. Toby will fall, and Shadowburn pulls the blade.
He's right there with the Dragon Blade, man. I think Russia may have this one. Toby taken out immediately. Flower with a bit of revenge here. Not anywhere near the EMP. Korea scrambling to hold point B here, but it looks like they finally got a bit of breathing room.
That was incredibly close. Russia getting all the way up to 74%. And now 5.5 minutes to get one tick. So Russia will have many more opportunities to close this map and take both points.
So Jaehong swaps over to the Zenyatta. Doesn't want to use the Ana anymore here. A couple ults to work with on the South Korean side. But remember, just that one tick, like you mentioned, Monte Cristo, for Russia to take to grab 2 points here on Volskaya.
And I think you just wait for Sharik to get the Primal Rage. If you have that coupled with the self-destruct, you may be able just to zone Korea off the point long enough to actually pick up the final tick on the capture.
Yeah. Sharik takes down Toby early. EMP comes out in response, but no sound barrier for South Korea. Forsaken, though, can't survive. And Russia actually winning this fight, though.
There's the zoning, Doa. Zunba tries to buy some more time, but he can't get back in his back.
That's big, man. Russia's nearly got it. There's the sound barrier save. He'll be Toby trying to keep South Korea alive. Here comes Flower again on that Sombra. Gets the kill to Shriek. Pretty crucial here, as South Korea looks like they're barely going to hold for just a little bit longer.
93.8%. Wow. And Russia still has so much time remaining.
Yeah.
Jaehong temporarily switching over to the Soldier 76. He probably will make a change here.
I think you just stick with it at this point. You need to hold on to this and try to build up that tac visor as fast as you can.
He has played Soldier in professional matches in the past.
Yeah.
So not completely out of the question, and he wants to stay with it.
You've still got that hacked health pack backed by the spawn. It's a small one, but it is extra healing.
It is extra healing, and at least he can self-heal with the biotic field as well.
Yeah. All right, Shadowburn very close to that Dragon Blade too. Scary close even. Got to be careful about half health. Gets the sound barrier just in time to stay alive here.
Shadowburn wants that Dragon Blade.
Yeah, Shadowburn's got a kill on the Flower already. Here comes the Dragon Blade. No Diva to worry about.
Gets healed up.
Yep, that's 3. And South Korea in a little bit of trouble here.
Shadowburn on the backside wants a few more of these kills. Jaehong running for his life, but he gets cornered and killed.
Wow, South Korea scrambling, but I don't think they've got what it takes to hold this one. Doesn't seem like it. Well, they get Mano back there just in time, and he actually kills Chow. That's Big Sunba back to life as he died fairly early in that fight. And are you kidding me? Is South Korea actually going to hold this for a little bit longer?
I mean, they will with the Primal Rage, Joe, and the respawn timers, and especially the EMP.
Yeah, there's that EMP, and that's going to seal the deal. The hold for South Korea, and at least, you know, even if Russia does end up taking this, South Korea has bought a lot of time.
They have. It's still, that has been just on the razor's edge, basically 3 pushes in a row now. Russia having some strong engages, but that has tapped out their ult economy. They have basically reset right now. South Korea, you're going to have the sound barrier coupled with the self-destruct and the tac visor soon enough. So this will be a little bit tougher from Russia for about the next minute or so.
And South Korea's got the luxury of using these ults in kind of an efficient way now. I mean, they've got the self-destruct, they've got a couple other ones. Speaking of tac visor, there it is. Kill on a Forsaken immediately, no defense there for Russia. They don't have the Diva in position. Jaehong still does die, but he gets 2 kills before he goes down. Chow taken out as well. Doesn't use the ult, pretty wise as the team had already lost the fight, and South Korea will buy another 30 seconds or so.
And Jaehong even going to make a switch on his hero right now. Wants to use the Reaper.
Interesting.
My ultimate is charging.
We'll
see
where he positions himself. He's anticipating another mass dive of the tank line directly onto the point from Russia.
I mean, Reaper is great after EMP, so I think that's kind of the idea there, is you've got the EMP built up for Flower. After this is used, he's probably going to switch off the Reaper again. Yeah, Flower in position to use that ultimate. Gets the hack. Yeah, onto Sharik.
It's a nice pickup there. Delays the engage by a little bit.
Yep.
He's going to go back in, running in. He's still waiting, seeing if they are going to commit to this attack. Russia just staying back and poking from the high ground right now.
Yeah, biding their time.
I think they want more ults, so they're letting their heroes, their supports, just get some more healing down, so they have their support ultimates up for this next fight.
Yeah, that's right. And South Korea may be getting impatient here.
There we go. That should be it. They have both support ults now. That's what they were waiting for.
Yep. And there's the nano boost. There's the nano blade. A little bit of trouble for Jaehong on that Reaper. Guess what? There's the EMP. Can Shadowburn get anything out of this? Zunba takes down Sharik right off the bat. They got nothing out of that nano blade. How in the world did they get nothing out of that nano blade?
Well, Toby had a very well-timed sound barrier, and the hack prevented all the dashes coming in from the Genji. So splitting away from him. And that's going to be another solid defense from South Korea.
I mean, Russia's got more ultimates on the way here. They've got 4 to try to do this last-ditch effort push. Toby on the Ana now. Jaehong's still back on the Reaper. A crucial sleep dart from Toby would do a lot.
I think they just want that sleep dart, like you say, Noah, so that they have another chance to punish them if they all get on the point. Also, the biotic grenade if they cluster up, because Russia has to get everybody on here, so a biotic grenade could give Reaper time to make the big difference.
Oh, Toby's got some sniping chops, it looks like. There's the EMP. Staying in the back lines. Self-destruct takes out Chow. That is devastating for Russia. And Jaehong gets a couple kills with the Reaper. That is it. And man, talk about flexibility. How many different heroes did we see South Korea play on that defense?
I mean, I didn't keep track, but quite a few. And I like the way they're communicating too. Because that Ana, when you have such a small amount of time remaining, you've got a Reaper and you have a Sombra. So that means that if they commit to the point, they can't get healed, they can't use their abilities, and their tanks are just going to be mowed down instantly by the Reaper shotguns. So it's knowing the situation and when to swap with how much time remaining, very crucial skill, and it was demonstrated there by Korea.
We just don't see other teams follow thought processes like that, you know, where you have the kind of like presence of mind on a team scale to make those last-minute picks. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen, you know, when's the last time you've seen a Lucio switch to Ana after the Ana had already played Soldier and Reaper? There's a reason why the South Korean committee put this roster together, and that's because it is Protean. It can change at any time, and it's very difficult when they can react so effectively to any scenario that is thrown at them. Russia did have a good attack, though, overall. Yeah, they did.
And they are going to force Korea to basically take both points with nearly 94% completed.
I think that's the first time Protean has ever been used in an esports broadcast. So congratulations.
I try and bring it out, though. I try to bring it out. You know, educate the kids.
It's part of that special experience.
I hear they're not reading much anymore. So I teach through esports. You know.
No.
So that's right. You know, they probably just scored some points on the SAT vocab section right there.
There you go. We got to open up esports U. All right. Well, Russia has to channel their spirits deep down. Whoa. Toby, you can't check out that many books at once.
I did your library card. Make a ball of books.
I didn't. There you go.
This is how much the youth of today respects reading, Noah.
I know. This is a good demonstration of what you were talking about. Great at video games. Don't like books. Here we go. South Korea on the attack. They basically need to take 2 points to win this one. But if they do, they will be going to BlizzCon, and Russia will be out of the tournament.
Toby flipping out right there. Flower on the Genji. Will be a dive composition with Zunba still on Zarya, so nobody wants to play Diva. I think this is a more serious composition from Korea. They want to end it right here.
Yeah, coming around the side, ignoring that Sombra health pack, deciding not to go ahead and try to control that room. Zumba coming in, just charging up with those shields. He's got a ton of charge already, 70%. Has to back off. They got to be careful. You really can't lose people if you're attacking from this angle.
Wants to pull through, and Xiao has to fall back. Doesn't get desuited. Look at that. Finally.
He does get
Flower
desuited.
Finishes him.
They take out Sharik as well. There's the EMP from Forsaken, but a couple of members, the tank's already down on the Russian side, and that's going to mean that South Korea, all they need is their left clicks, and they will take point A in style.
And quickly to 3 minutes, so we'll see about a 6.5 minute by the time this is completed, 6:45 or so.
Sure.
On the clock available for them to push forward, and they already have that nano boost, and they have a sound barrier. Russia sitting at 0 ultimates because they committed the EMP so late in that fight, and because they lost it, they will not have it on the defense for point B. This could be over very quickly.
It just feels like people have been underestimating the damage that Zunba Zarya can do just with a simple left click. I mean, he nearly just 100-0'd Xiao before Xiao even really reacted. It's crazy.
As well as the call-in so that they could get those last few HP by Flower dashing in.
You don't expect the Zarya to be that charged that fast, but I mean, playing against Zumba is like a transcendent experience on the Zarya.
South Korea's going for a 6-ult push right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're just waiting for it. They know Russia doesn't have anything. Forsaken did have time to get his EMP back up, though.
Yep, it's time. There's that EMP. South Korea may have to play it safe here. Sabilby takes down Forsaken, though, immediately after the EMP is used. Flowers a nano blade. There it is. Tons of damage.
With the Graviton Surge.
Oh, boy. It is a cutting gallery. And the control meter starting to build for South Korea. Now they have to camp the spawn. Can they win it right here, right now? Can they punch their ticket to BlizzCon?
It's going to be close. Forsaken falls, though, after he translocates. Tank flying coming back in, so it's going to be a couple more minutes. No ults for South Korea. Sharik can actually stall this out.
Yeah, he's trying. Mano gets a kill into Shadowburn, but Russia pushing back onto the point right now. Korea may need to back off a bit. Oh, the shield dropped right before the self-destruct went off, and Mano got picked by that. I think South Korea might have to regroup here.
Yeah, I think they are going to have to. Sharik did use the Primal Rage, though. South Korea dropped everything. They saw the EMP come in, but it didn't actually hit Toby, so the sound barrier came up immediately afterwards, answered by a sound barrier from Russia. And despite that Graviton Surge with the Dragon Blade, the respawn proximity makes the big difference here for Russia.
Yep.
Forsaken now looking at another EMP quite soon. Jae Hong makes the swap over to the Zenyatta. Zunba on the Soldier.
Yeah, and we know how good his tracking is on Zarya, so I think he does pretty well on hit scan as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, he has played Soldier in Apex previously, so it's definitely a comfort pick for him. Not going to be too odd at all. Mistakes, though.
They lose Toby early, but there's a kill on Sharik. He just pokes him down. More damage onto Chow. Does he desuit him? Not quite. There's a tack visor, though, as the pressure from the Tracer comes in. Oh, you can't hide from Zunba. Oh, no. And South Korea, all they need is just a tiny bit more, and they get it. South Korea is going to BlizzCon.
And that's it. They will sweep Russia once again.
That's right. A flashback to last year's World Cup Grand Finals. It was a 4-0 then, and all South Korea needs in 2017 is a 3-0, and they have absolutely crushed this stage of the World Cup group stages.
Well, Doa, they said, we want to win without dropping a map again, and they're well on their way.
So far, so good. Wow. That is unfortunate for Russia to run into that opponent at the end, because I think they could have been a team that went quite a bit farther otherwise. But there you have it. South Korea, our 5th team qualified for the Overwatch World Cup Finals at BlizzCon, along with China, Sweden, France, and Australia.
And look at that reinforce, I'm sure, on the desk. We'll have some things to say about possibly meeting South Korea in the semifinals of that event. If they can get through Team China, who looked very strong in Shanghai.
Yeah, China looked quite good. And so, let's toss it over to the desk to see what they've got to say about that last match.
All right, and thank you so much, Mani and Doa. Congratulations to South Korea. They have displayed incredible skill and incredible prowess to net themselves a ticket to BlizzCon and go defend their title in Amazon, dear Lord, in the Amazon, in Anaheim. It's very tiring. I'm very tired. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring existential crisis. Let's go ahead and bring everyone else in here so I can stop talking because South Korea just ran through that.
Yeah. I mean, what's there to analyze? I can't say too much about it.
I said the Amazon, so
yeah, it's true. It's
Amazon, California.
I had to follow up on that. No, but still, I mean, except from what we've seen against South Korea, I felt like Russia really, really showed up here strong. We saw a lot of great games from each individual players. I felt it was fantastic to see how quickly they managed to adapt to changes within their roster, showing up here as one of the favorites and really like holding that title as well throughout the whole tournament up until today.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, they did perform well on Volskaya, which was their pick. They had a plan going into it.
Russia.
Yeah, bring it to Russia. They had a plan going into it. It was very clear because they were able to really show up in the in that first step there.
They played to their strengths. They went for that dive, and that's really what worked in their favor there. They are very familiar with the map, so yeah, that was a very quick first point for them.
Yeah, all I've got to say is Dan Minguk, let's go. I mean, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
Casted them earlier on about a year ago. Before, a lot of these guys were on established teams. I just became real big fans of them, particularly Ryu Jae-hong and Flower. Back then he was on LW Red, and they've come a long way. They've developed, and they've continued to grow stronger. And now it's kind of scary to see what other regions could try to do against them at this point. Like, how do you stop them?
Yeah, reinforce. How do you stop them?
Whoa. Look, that's a topic for another time, okay? I need to calm down a bit.
Is this a topic for November?
Maybe you're having
for November.
Maybe you're having an existential crisis.
No. We gotta get out of that. I want to reiterate what Doa said during the broadcast. And I do think that the teams here, they underestimated Sunba's damage a bit. I mean, the guy has just been on Soria pretty much throughout the tournament, and he's just been tearing it up. So much charge.
So impressive is that they came out here not playing standard dive meta, which has been so prominent. They did it their way. South Korea literally did it their way. And that is the most impressive thing, because even China, which I believe is a very, very strong team, went to the meta, went to the comfort picks, and that is, how they thrived. So this South Korea team is dangerous.
Tactical brilliance, in my opinion, because playing that Reinhardt and Zarya and playing that reactive playstyle, you're playing on your enemy's mistakes. And South Korea arguably being the best team in the world. Okay, they are the best team in the world. Let's just get it out of the way. Just punishing the enemy's mistakes. It was so smart. They brought the game here and they executed it flawlessly.
Yeah, well, here we go. South Korea, they will be going to Anaheim, California. Make sure I get that one right. And they will be joining China, France, Australia, and Sweden at the Overwatch World Cup 2017 Grand Finals. Couldn't think of a more deserving team given how dominant they have been throughout the entirety of the group stage and in the playoffs. But now, as I adjust my ear here for a moment, we get ready for our final game here in Katowice, Poland. And it is going to be a fantastic matchup, I have no doubt, because you have two teams who are very, very hungry for that opportunity to go to BlizzCon. And I can't wait to get into the game. It is going to be the Netherlands facing off against the Canadians. We'll see how all this unfolds, guys. But don't go anywhere, because plenty more Overwatch action will be coming at you in just a few.